Hello, we're back with some more Dan and Phil, and today we're checking out how Phil nearly died. Yes, this is a very interesting title indeed, to say the least. People have been enjoying Dan and Phil reactions. We are so back. I'm going to stop saying this at some point, but we just are back. We are back. We're like, the timeline has been put back into the proper path. And now we're so back. Anyway, how Phil nearly died. Someone said something about super glue. This sounds interesting indeed, and I will, just keep commenting your suggestions because I read them all. And if this video gets 500 likes, we'll do another Dan and Phil video, guaranteed. Let's make a deal. 500 likes. Yeah, let's have a look.
Hello.
What's up?
Our flight got cancelled. We're not meant to be here.
Rodent boy. Oh man, I love it. Okay. Filmed on Dan's phone as we didn't bring a camera. Oh, that's fine. Phone cameras are good enough nowadays. My first ever YouTube video was on a phone camera that was balanced on a speaker or something.
Hello.
What's up?
Our flight got cancelled. We're not meant to be here.
What the hell's going on?
We're trapped.
Dan and Phil coming to you live from the Med.
Yeah.
On a holiday.
Dan doesn't think this t-shirt is appropriate for the resort. Everyone is dressed in all these linen-y, nice things.
He's actually, I love it. It's funny, he's walking around with this Rodent Boy summer t-shirt. That's brilliant. That is actually brilliant. You know what? I've got to say, I never wear when I go on a holiday, I never wear button-up shirts and stuff like that. I always just wear a t-shirt and shorts. It's just, it's my preference. But I've not quite worn a Rodent Boy summer shirt yet. I might have to get one of those. I don't know, is that their merch or I don't know? I might have to buy one.
Live from the Med.
Yeah.
On a holiday.
Dan doesn't think this t-shirt is appropriate for the resort. Everyone is dressed in all these linen-y, nice things, and I'm just like...
Rodent Boy summer on.
That's brilliant.
If you can hear, there's some cicadas going absolutely batshite in the background. This is why Japanese people get really angry in the summer. Imagine this for 3 months.
Ugh. Flipping... Ugh. Cicadas. I already hate moths in my room, so that would be awful. Let me know in the comments, have you ever encountered a cicada in real life? Is that how it's pronounced, or cicada? I just had to kick my light because it was facing the wrong way. I've seen videos of them, and I've seen videos of dogs eating them, or it goes in their mouth and stuff. But anyway, yeah, I just don't like the idea of them. It makes my skin crawl.
Why are we here?
I nearly died the other week, which... For Phil, it's a typical Tuesday.
We can laugh about it now.
Actually, or
at the time,
exaggerating, we'll find.
It was genuinely quite traumatic. And this isn't just your typical YouTube clickbait.
No.
Okay.
I stubbed my toe.
This is
It was a whole shebang, and the bang was my ass. I'm no stranger to talking about...
That is a really horrible thing without the context. And I think you're going to have to wait a minute before you get that context.
I'm no stranger to talking about my ass on the internet. I've done a whole colonoscopy video, and I think
you need them.
You should
medical checkups.
Might have to watch that.
Be allowed to talk about your butt.
Get that camera up your butt.
That should be a new chant. Get that camera up your butt. Get that.
People to not feel ashamed to see a doctor about butt issues.
Oh no!
So I'm going to be
doctors stick in the
open about my hole.
Phil's ass.
I will say it here, say it loud, and say it clear. I have also had a doctor up my bum. Okay, and I'm not even lying. I have. All right, because I also had a concern, and it got checked, and everything's good in the hood. But let's just say, doctors have seen regions of my body that most people haven't. Anyway, let's carry on.
And his mind and his mouth are open for
They
business.
are. So this video contains a lot of butt stuff and also a lot of blood. So if you're not feeling vibey with that, it's fine.
But I don't think we're going to be gross
or
scary. I think it's more just kind of medically interesting. So if you can hold it together, it's educational.
It is educational.
Like the guy who showed his it's
stop.
educational.
Oh yeah.
So why am I here? If this is your anecdote.
You're integral to the story, and I know if I said this all myself, you'd be like, I didn't do that in that way.
Well, the thing
I never
is,
knew that.
you were unconscious for a reasonable part of the story.
You are the jigsaw piece that we're missing.
I am Jigsaw.
Dun, dun, dun.
Wait, again.
Dun, dun, dun,
Phil
dun,
Lester,
dun, dun.
you've been clickbaiting on YouTube. If you really want to give these people a story, I'm going to make you fight for the right to do it ever again.
Before we kick off, you should kick yourself off to our danandphiltour.com website. We are going on tour. We're going.
And even further than that, they now have a Patreon. So make sure you go check out their Patreon. And if you've not watched this original video already, make sure you go like it and subscribe to them and all of that stuff. I'm just here reacting. You know, I want to make sure they get all the support as much as they can.
Alive.
Yes.
In your town.
And
so
it
before this happens again, come see us.
It would mean so much to see you in the audience. And we're going all over the world: Australia,
Europe.
USA,
Europe.
UK,
That's
Ireland.
it. Yep.
Look.
This list.
Look at them.
Whoa!
Countries, lots of
That was a big old tour. I didn't go to this. I think I actually knew people that went to one of the ones near me.
American places.
Yeah.
Won't say where that is. Not going to
Definitely know where all of those are.
So if you saw my last ass video, I had a colonoscopy.
Ass saga.
Yes.
The Sarg ass.
They
massing
recommended I have another one in 2 or 3 years later. The time came, it was fine, shoved a camera up there, I went a bit loopy, didn't talk about Mario Kart this time while watching the screen. Wow. So they were going along, having a swim up my ass.
God, I hate this so much. And I go until it's my time.
And the doctor was just like, oh, there's a little something here. I'm just going to chop it out so we can do a biopsy. I was like, cool, okay, do it. Everything was fine. Got the results back. Nothing wrong with it.
Phil comes home.
Go on with your
walks
life.
a bit funny.
Yeah.
Typical Tuesday.
Bit of a waddle. 10 days
later.
My butt is feeling good. I'm raring for my rodent boy summer.
I was gonna say, raring for what? Dan was like, what? Raring to go. Raring to be a rodent summer bummer. Anyway.
For my rodent boy summer.
What the
I don't know. I'm sorry.
You need to calm down.
I need to
for
calm
someone
down.
that cheated death.
I know.
God's testing you, and you're testing him right now. You wake up. It's a normal day.
It's a normal day. Dan's just got the Elden Ring DLC.
I am so excited.
Yeah.
I have not played it yet for a week because I've been working really hard on all the tour stuff. So I was so ready for this weekend.
So I'm watching him play that for a bit, and I was like, this is making me feel a bit dizzy. I'm feeling a bit, and you're like, it's probably just motion sickness. You're watching this. I'm spinning around my ancient shadow tree sword, and it's making me feel a bit weird. So I was like, I'm gonna go lay down for a bit, feeling more weird, feeling like I've had 3 drinks. I'm not a heavy drinker. So 3
You're
drinks.
getting lit, sat on the bed.
I've had 3 drinks.
Feeling like I've had 3 drinks. I'm not a heavy drinker. So 3 drinks.
So that'd be quite a lot.
On the bed.
But
Something's weird.
Something's weird. Then here comes the TMI part of it. Prepare yourself. I'm like, I feel like I need to go to the bathroom. Gonna go to the bathroom. All I'm gonna say is it looked like a literal crime scene in there.
ooh, that's a bad sign, isn't it? That is a classic. They always say if you've got, blood in your excrement, then you should see a doctor. So I'm assuming that's what he had.
It looked like some
Dexter.
Jigsaw has.
Blastoise used hydro pump, except it was red.
Not only that, when you think it might stop after that, it continued to pour. So something is seriously wrong with me here.
Yeah, and you thought, well, look, this sometimes happens. Maybe it's like an aftershock from the pokey.
Yeah, I was like, I'm sure it's fine. It was not fine. 10 minutes later, I came to Dan and say, I feel like I'm going to die.
I feel
very
weird.
I feel weird.
Very weird.
Let's go
maybe
to the hospital.
Now. And what I was not going to do was not take Phil to the hospital after he abandoned me going to the eye hospital by myself.
It's like, no, I'm just going to carry on playing Elden Ring, mate. That is extremely concerning. I've got to say, I'm glad that we can look back and laugh about it now, but if I was in that situation, I would be panicking so much, because I've had things before where I'll be like, sometimes I'll use weights, like lift weights, whatever, and I've had it before where even from that, I'll just go dizzy, and I'm like, am I about to pass out? And you just think to yourself, crap, if I do, it's like, who's going to find me? And it's just whatever. But he made it through. And it's always worth getting, just in general, I was going to say in general, I'm not here to lecture people, but if you do have a health concern, see a doctor. Don't just write it off as it's probably fine. It probably is fine, but at least you get the peace of mind if you check, and then it's like, yeah, you're clear,
I got flamed about that.
Yes, Phil.
We get in a taxi to the hospital. I'm clenching
We're not
my...
like ambulance. We're
No.
just gonna go to the
Gonna go.
A&E.
It's probably
Yeah,
quicker.
yeah, that's fine.
I'm clenching my butt cheeks
So they didn't call
so
911?
hard, so I don't want to like
You don't want to
Or whatever.
make a mess.
skidoo all over the taxi.
Taxi driver's like,
All right, lads. So, what do you think about the Euros? Football. Football.
don't talk to
Well,
me.
that was my worst
Don't
nightmare
talk
because
to
Phil
me.
was looking at me like, oh, I'm
Speak.
feeling...
Pretend I just, what, pretend to like
You
the
need
like
do it.
football.
You want me
Talk about
to do
football.
the football small talk with the cab driver.
Those balls.
He owes me so much right now. So, a typical Dan and Phil moment. Taxi drops us off on the complete ironic, wrong end of the hospital.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Not the ass department.
we needed the ass
That,
department.
Yeah, no, like the front entrance.
Yeah. In fact, what we were looking for was
The back door.
the A&E department, because I was in an emergency and I was having an accident.
So then we had to walk all the way around this building through the streets of London.
Man stops me like,
Hey, do you want to donate to the animals?
I'm
How
like,
are you
oh,
doing
well,
today?
no.
Put some money, please put some money.
Who's
in
doing that
charity.
outside the
And I
hospital?
was like, sir,
That's an emergency area.
if you don't get the hell out of my way, I'm going to shart blood into your charity. But, like, you don't understand. Like, this is not a threat.
It's not a threat.
You want to save the pandas?
Yeah.
The pandas are. It's gonna. Oh,
It's gonna be a red panda
move.
after this.
We shuffle around to the building.
We do.
We get in. There's about 6 people in the queue to get to the front desk.
Oh.
Where they go, hi.
Hi, welcome to accident emergency. What has fallen off today?
And Phil looks at me.
I look at you and go, I'm going to faint. The whole room was going black and white. I was getting
Ooh.
fuzzies in my eyes.
And I was like, it's okay, buddy. We can sit you down in a chair. You've made it to the right place. You
Yes.
just need to speak to this lady, explain what's wrong, and then you can sit down. I'll get you a lilt. We got
Lilt.
to the woman. She said, hi, who are you? What do you want? And Phil went, huh.
Like the floor.
Phil passes out. Okay, I go, no. What are you about to say?
Why didn't you catch
weren't
me?
here.
So, look.
We didn't
Why
catch
didn't I
you.
catch you? Do you know how f***ing heavy you are?
Dan.
I did catch you.
Oh.
I was holding you.
Were you?
Right now. Phil, come on, let's
Right.
do this right now.
I'm saying, it's like again, like I said, they recreate it now and they're having a laugh. I'm sure Dan was extremely concerned at the time as well. Like this is doesn't sound horrible.
Catch, Phil. This is what happened. Hi, I'm Phil.
Ooh.
Exactly! Oh, you're really f***ing heavy!
Okay.
I tried! This is how I... So now Phil...
They're both very tall as well, aren't they?
Yeah. This is what I did. I was like, oh no, Phil's here. And then hold it. See? So,
I have
yeah,
actually.
I tried.
I wonder if they're going to explain it, but I always wondered. I was wondering, like, what happens if you walk into A&E and you just instantly faint? Like, they must have doctors like rushing out and be like, "All right, get him to the front now, get him in there," sort of thing.
Phil in like a nice backwards
okay,
way.
alright.
The lady behind the reception desk goes, ah! Which, you know,
I
like,
mean-
I'm sure they're used to not panicking, but it was very dramatic.
Yeah, it's not really gonna help,
Okay,
is it?
Well, my friend here is worried that he's gonna wabam. Okay,
Yes.
fine. And then Phil, who is no longer
Conscious.
decides to stop clenching, and it turns out Phil in the cab really needed to keep clenching because the
Yes.
moment that he didn't, the shining moment, I think it was coming out of your ankle hole in your
Oh
trousers.
my
Yes.
lord!
Because you fainted, you did a little roll and you
Oh,
basically
it's
spread it across the floor. So in about 5 seconds,
Yeah.
you were on the floor in an entire pool of your own blood, looking like a murder outline.
Yeah.
I was
Wow, that is okay. That is. I don't know what I expected from this video. Maybe this isn't. Or maybe this is a super glue thing. I don't know. But I thought this was going to just be like, I don't know, maybe he had like a, which is still obviously an emergency, but I thought maybe he had like some allergic reaction and maybe like his throat started closing or sort of thing. But which is still, yeah, that would be extremely concerning. I'm not writing it off. But I'm saying like this is like something straight out of like a, like if you're in the UK, if you ever watch like Casualty or something, it was like out of EastEnders or something. It's like dramatic and it's real.
a bit like, okay, that's quite dramatic.
Yes.
And everyone in the room just started going like, ah! And because it's British, people try not to be dramatic, so you saw everyone go, huh!
Ooh.
No.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
gonna look at that.
Now a helpful man runs up from behind with a wheelchair and is like, get him in the chair. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, yeah, let's get him in the
Get me
chair.
in the
So I'm
chair.
trying to pick you up. God, if I've been going to the gym, I need to go to more gym. Because
need
me
to go
trying to
to
lift a
Phil
whole
weight.
That was a
Phil
workout.
into this chair, and this man's doing it, and it's like, we did it. And then this man in scrubs runs out, and he goes, what are you doing? Did this guy just faint? And we're like, yes, but don't worry, because we got him.
He's in a chair.
In the chair.
I don't remember this.
If he's fainted, you don't put him in a chair, you put him on the floor.
Oh, yes.
So we scoop Phil out of the chair, and then this man in scrubs is just holding Phil's ankles in the air.
Anyway, that worked.
If this wasn't very dramatic and terrifying, it would have looked really funny and silly.
I mean, I'm
imagine
laughing
this
now.
man just going like that. I'm stood there going like this.
Oh, is that to like? Is that so the blood starts going the other way? I guess so. It doesn't keep on coming out.
And you've got to hand it to the readiness of the people in accident emergency, because they saw this from across the room, and the people that were in the resuscitation, it's in like the pre-ICU thing, they were like, bed, get all the stuff out. 5 people were there. They lifted Phil onto the bed. They wheeled him round.
Respect
the corner,
to the worker.
Like, I've got his shoes. I'm coming.
You're just holding my shoes.
Why
are my shoes off?
Sorry.
Yeah, why did the shoes come off?
The inconvenient, very dramatic. Someone's going to have to clean all that up of the floor.
I regain consciousness at this point, and I feel like I'm in an episode of Grey's Anatomy or ER or whatever.
Yeah.
For you,
Scrubs.
I cannot have imagined how confusing and terrifying.
I imagine, like the classic movie scene where it's like the eyes open and everyone's looking over him and like doing an operation or something.
And they were just going, stat, vitals, and then sticking stuff to me and going, order, levels, measurement, clear.
They did not say clear. They weren't doing that. You weren't quite there yet. You're back conscious at this point. And then you've got the IV, you've got the blood pressure, you've got the electrodes all over
And
you.
I'm just being very British then. I'm just like, so sorry for the inconvenience.
Sorry.
I'm sure I'm fine.
Like, it's this people's job to just save people's lives all day.
And you
every day when
apologise.
dramatic stuff happens. And you're like, I'm so sorry. I know you've all got places to be.
And they're just like,
awfully
stop
inconvenient.
talking.
Shut up.
Let us do the thing.
And I'm just stood in the corner holding Phil's glittery Dan and Phil backpack, like,
Yes.
hi.
They give me this drug that thickens your blood. So that essentially stopped the bleeding. Yeah. And turned me into like liquid Haribo on the inside.
That means,
Jam?
Jam.
It sounds
And that
fun,
meant I didn't
but
have to immediately worry anymore because they knew I was all thick inside and sticky.
At this point, I was officially in the way.
You were.
So I was like, what should I do? And they said, come here. And they put me in the relatives room, which was a little cupboard on the other side.
Cupboard?
It was like the ICU.
Who were you with
It
there?
was me and a very old lady that was just sat there like...
You could have made a friend.
And I was like, well,
just giving him side-eye.
this is pretty weird.
We could have brought Doreen on holiday.
I understand that they want you to not be in the way. It is pretty scary having a friend just go into the ICU and then they're like, go in this cupboard. We'll get you an necessary. And I was like, well, now what the hell am I doing? Because I had all this adrenaline. So I was like, well, I brought my laptop. I guess I'm just going to edit the tour trailer.
Yeah,
so I was just
edit
sat
it.
in this relatives room going,
I mean, you did a good job.
open Chrome, complications of that. What was the message?
Dan's like underplaying what he did here, but he's, he helped him get there in the first place. He got the taxi and stuff. He stopped him from falling over. So he did a massive part of this,
Yeah, so probably shouldn't have done that. But, kept occupied.
Then they did a blood test and realised what had happened to me was quite serious, as I'd lost a lot of blood.
A lot of it was on the floor.
I needed a blood transfusion, which means they got a bag of someone else's blood. Thank you to whoever donated blood. Go do it if
donate
you
blood.
can.
Look,
Good idea.
Still alive.
You kept me alive. Maybe I've got some of you.
I might.
in me.
You know what? I might do it if I can. That's something I thought about before, but I've never done it. I just feel like it's the sort of thing that having it taken out of me might make me pass out, sort of thing. But if I can, I might do that. I actually might. Anyone in the comments, let me know. Have you donated blood? Have you thought of it? Anyway.
That was weird. And as they were pumping
Wait,
me
what was
with
that? Sorry.
trials, you to whoever donated blood, go do it if
Donate
you
blood.
can.
Look, you kept Phil alive.
You kept me alive. Maybe I've got some of you in me. That was weird. As
Interesting.
they were pumping me with Kyle's blood, I started to kind of perk up a little bit. I was like,
Yes, that was the
I
problem.
feel a bit silly.
I'm back.
I feel a bit
And I
quirky.
was low-key like, is this an improvement for you? Because your blood, it can't be the good shit. You know what I mean? Maybe we've got an
No.
Olympian's blood.
I hope so.
Maybe Kyle was straight, and maybe Phil is now 20% straight.
Maybe I like boobs now. I've not looked at a boob. Let me just Google
Gonna
boobs.
check.
This is my laptop.
I just-
Google boobs in your own time. This process was ages. I'm going to say at least 2 hours. And
Yeah.
I was like, is Phil dead?
What's
What
happening?
is
he's not
going
getting
on?
out there.
And I get they don't want to tell you things while things are happening. If you're not high priority, there's probably lots of people there that had imminent things happening. And if Phil was kind of stable,
Yeah.
you wait over there while we reattach this foot to somebody. I needed answers.
So you went
I
on the
went
hunt.
I went for a wander. I was like, I feel like it was left. and then it was a right, and it was past 2 other people's hospital beds, and then it was this one on the left. So I was splinter selling, I was sneaking, I was doing my thing, I was trying not to...
You just did the same thing.
After you, don't mind me. I turned around the corner, I was like, buddy, how you And I noticed it was a guy handcuffed to a bed with 6 police officers.
Oh, that was not me. Or something very dramatic happened in those 2
I was going
hours.
to say, if that was Phil, what has he done in those, like, 2 hours that he's now handcuffed?
Filled it, but I was like, oh, you're someone that has done or been involved with big crime.
Large
and
crime.
I definitely should not be here. They might be thinking I'm here to do some whacking. Or as I was just
Whacking?
shuffled backwards, and then I said, hi, my friend Phil. I don't know where he was. I think it was in Reese's Pieces 3.
Reese's
Pieces
3?
Went around the corner.
My favourite movie.
Phil's just sat there going,
I was zoned
Feeling
out.
thick.
They'd given me the thick...
Wait, what is that? He actually hadn't pulled a face for that. That's just what he did. Oh, man, poor sod. He was in that bed.
juice.
So long.
They give me some other juice. I don't know what it was. I've also got naked at this point, so I'm just wearing
Oh, Phil had no clothes.
No.
All his clothes were in a Sainsbury's bag.
a bloody Sainsbury's bag.
Yep.
And I just had one of those gowns on where my butt was out at the back.
Fashion.
And then
Classic.
they took me for a fun scan called a CT angiogram, where they put some dye in you and then look at where it's going.
Where is
I've had a CT scan before. That might be the same thing. And a MRI.
the hole?
Where is
Let's
the
put
hole?
some dye in
In fact, a little insider, when I had that CT scan done, it was, they injected, like, I think it was like salty water or something, so then they could track it and see, like, how it moves. And it's so weird because you get injected, and then after, like, a little bit of time, you can start to taste the salt on your tongue. It's so weird. It's well weird.
I didn't see where the blood
I
comes
mean,
out,
we
but
kind of knew where it was going to be.
Yeah.
The machine made me laugh because you're meant to hold your breath, right, when it does it. So it goes, hold your breath.
Yeah, very
Except
important.
the machine goes, hold your breath. And I was like, every time it did it, I was like,
you're going into the giant tube of doom.
Whoever said it, the breath.
Can we please rebrand to have a
Breath?
normal voiceover?
Yes.
In the CT
So
scan?
that made me laugh and I always messed it up. But I didn't. They looked at the picture and said, yes.
Basically, they found out that when they took a biopsy from Phil, they nicked an artery.
Yes.
And this is something that simply is incredibly unlikely to happen. I think it was 0.05%.
They were like a 1 in 5 to 10,000 chance. And the doctors were like, we've never seen this
They
happen
were just
to
like,
anyone.
wow, yeah, there's no
Wow.
way to say this. You are just that unlucky.
You're so unlucky.
The chances of that being right there, and then they went in and they did something completely harmless, and
Yeah.
it just so happened to be an exact.
Wait, so that was the story before, like, when he did the thing, we were just going to take this off or whatever. They damage an artery. That's mad. That is mad, though. Like, I suppose maybe he was numb. I was going to say, it's weird how he didn't feel it at the time. But I thought that sort of thing would give you, like, extreme pain, but maybe not.
Exactly, perfectly the wrong place. That is so unlikely.
Great.
Can you complain about that? Like,
Very cool.
That, I'm sure
I wonder if
that
he put a complaint in about that soon, because, like, that pretty much nearly killed him. That's crazy.
so much better. It was
It
we
was-
was
it
fine.
was
We
okay.
ended up in the right place at the right
Yeah,
time.
the chances of this are so small. I do not want this to put anyone off getting any kind of surgery, colonoscopy,
Oh, yeah.
Kind of
anything.
investigative.
It's so
thing.
safe. I'm
Do
just
it, but then just go to the
lucky.
hospital if you have any suspicions
yeah.
about it.
Anyway, then I was like, Dan, can you just go get me some stuff?
Yeah.
Like, just go home, grab me
you
a
had
bag.
no clothes.
I have no clothes.
You didn't have.
My ass is out.
AirPods.
Yeah.
My ass could be out for the rest of the time.
Ass is out.
God, I don't know, man.
Turns out, yes, it was. So I sent Dan home. Then they transferred me to a ward, which was actually nice. NHS, you did me well.
Phil was put in like
It was
a
a
penthouse
nice
apartment.
It was a nice room.
It
House.
was on like the 17th floor with a view of
Yeah.
like panoramic London
I
skyline.
think it's
wow.
because I was a person that needed their own toilet, essentially, because of my delicate
Yes, they did
nature.
not want. No, that would be
No.
that would be bad for the other people.
Yeah. So then Nurse Susan
Zooming on the rodent boys.
comes in and she's like, "Oh hey, how you going? We're gonna move you. Hey, where's all your stuff gone? Did your son take it? Did your son take it?
Your son! That's his son! I can't believe she said that. She must have just had like a quick glance at him or something to think that's his son. Surely. Surely.
First of all, fuck you for having a child's face.
You know what? I don't see Phil angry
Your
often, but he
stuff
actually
gone.
looks annoyed
Did
at
your
this, like
son
genuinely.
take it? Did your son take it? What? First of all, fuck you for having a child face. Second of all, I hope the nurse had forgot their glasses.
He's actually salty about it.
Imagine being Phil, drugged out on this bed, dead ass, literally,
Yeah.
nearly
And
died.
then called an unk.
And then
Or a
some
dad.
nurse goes, "Oh, was that your son that was just
a
with
man.
you
Oh my
that
God.
took your clothes home?"
Look, I think what happened is, because I was so dishevelled and pale, and I have white hair now, they just glanced at me and thought I was an old man.
This is
Oh, right.
That's got to be
He
it.
is
Maybe, yeah.
78. Because you don't look 52.
I don't
No.
look
Like, you must either look your age or quadruple your age.
Anyway, that gave me a complex.
That's funny as
Actually, question: how old are each of them now? Isn't Phil like? I swear, what was it like? Phil's like 4 years older, maybe. Maybe I remember that wrong. He is like a little bit older than Dan, I think, but I don't think it's much.
The rest of the day.
blonde moment. It's been very good for Phil. He deserved to have one
Yeah.
traumatically devastating comment.
I think
Well.
so. So then they came to tell me that I would need surgery in the morning to kind of go up there, do a little stitching, get it all back to normal.
Clean those pipes out.
And then I had the worst anxiety-induced sleep ever.
Good night, bye.
Bye. There was a lot of beeping.
Beep. Oh my god.
Oh, yeah, that's not
really nice,
In
is
this
it?
room for 9 hours. We love medicine and science. Thank you.
Can they invent
So
something
many- beep,
that's not a beep?
Beep, boop, beep, beep.
It does make a lot of noise.
Beep, beep. How do they work there?
I don't know. So many beeps. But I did get a little
Let's get
bit
used to
of
it.
sleep. And during that sleep, I had a delightful dream. And that was all about my favourite VPN.
Oh my
The
god.
sponsor of
Okay,
this
I know.
video,
This just became
NordVPN.
Bye.
Look, I was meant to do my Nord video last week, and I had to email them and be like, "Hey, I died. Can I do it in a week?" And they were like, "Yeah, sure."
Shout out to our flexible
We love them.
sponsors, NordVPN.
Yay.
Oh, let this play out. Come
Because
on.
of his
Death.
near death.
Are you gonna leave while I talk about NordVPN?
You're gonna give me some of your sponsorship.
You will love it.
I'm just gonna sit here and eat this peach. Insert my army hammer joke from work.
No.
This is
Right.
a great advert.
NordVPN is the perfect way to protect your browser, especially if you're in a place like a hotel, and it gives you a secure internet browsing experience. Same thing if you're in a shared house. Someone could be hacking into the router going, "Oh, what's Tommy looking at night?" Well, you don't have to
Tommy.
worry. Nord's got your back. And being in a foreign country, I'm like, "Oh my gosh, I wish I could watch that show." But I can't because it's not available here.
That's probably the best part of it, actually, is
Ferry
that.
is here. Change your location.
Dragon is still on the menu.
Yeah, House of the Dragon. You can jump over to Japanese streaming services, watch your anime. It's just click of a button, lives there in the top of your browser, boop, change your location, and you can have it on your phone and your laptop at the same time. So you are covered in all directions. If this sounds like music to your ears, you can go to nordvpn.com/amazingphil for 4 months
I would recommend
extra for
this.
free. Dan, how tasty is the peach?
Hey, yo.
That is how I feel about NordVPN.
The peach.
Thank
Now
you
that it's not
for
bloody.
sponsoring me. Come back.
Juicy.
Oh, juicy.
Phil was like, "Oh, thanks, Dan. Try to enjoy some Elden Ring." I was like, "What? At midnight, after being in hospital for 12
thanks, you can
hours
play your
after the
games
most
now.
traumatic day ever? No."
Maybe it may make you better at the game, the adrenaline, you know? Next morning, a lovely lady comes in and says, "We're going to give you general anesthetic."
Fun.
Do you have any wobbly teeth? Because sometimes we knock them out. I was like, what?
What?
Good
Really?
morning.
What?
So by this point, you hadn't eaten in 36 hours.
I was ravenous. Nil by mouth. No water, no food.
Nil by
They take me
mouth.
down to the anaesthetic room and there's loads of nice people. They were all lovely actually. They were like, "Okay, we're just going to give you something that's going to make you a little bit woozy, but it's not the anaesthetic." I was like,
Okay.
"Oh yeah, okay, sure."
Something. They lied.
They lied.
You know what? As soon as he said that, I thought that might be the case. Like, they'll say that so he's not panicking. It's probably not a good idea to be trying to stay awake as long as he could. But has anyone watching this ever been put out for surgery, like using general anaesthesia? I have been before, and little story time myself. I was put out, and it was weird because it was kind of similar to how they show it in the movies in a way, where you start like, my eyes must have just been like rolling up without me realising, but everything looked like it was moving. Like, I think everything started like going down. It's like, like getting blurry. Initially, it goes in. Didn't really feel anything at first. Then my arm started hurting. I was like, oh, it feels like I'm like tensing my muscles. And I think it felt like cold, maybe. And then it hurted. And then a few seconds later, it's like I'm talking to them, they're talking to me, probably like trying to distract me and stuff. And then boom, next thing you know, things go fuzzy. And then boom, it's all over. It's all done. Surgery's done. They're waking me up. Some guy's coming in saying, "Hi, I'm the guy that did the surgery." I'm like, okay. I've never met you before, but I guess he was doing his thing for the last half an hour or hour, whatever. And yeah, it's interesting stuff. It's the sort of thing I was a bit worried about before because obviously you hear bad stories about it, but like you say, like with Phil's thing, most of the time it's fine and it's worth it. But yeah, anyway, let's carry on.
No.
Why would you try doing that?
I don't know.
What if you tried to chase it so hard that you're like, ha, psych, I beat the anesthetic. Ah! Yeah. At this point, I did just do some gaming.
Yes.
Phil's going to text me if he lives or dies.
For sure. I'll text you if I die. It's so weird. You don't even know if you've slept. It's like, and you're awake.
True.
It's like a teleport.
Spooky.
Time travel.
Spooky. So I woke up, I was very groggy because I had morphine and the other opioid starting with fent and ending in nil. I don't want them to
Oh my god. Phil was extremely vibing right now.
I had a very hot doctor who had to sit next to me when
Of
I
course
was...
you know.
I don't know.
Life, well, you get the hot doctor.
And I was feeling very confident.
There we go, to the show
he
off,
was
is it?
I
like-
think Phil's annoying usually.
Yeah.
Me
You're like, I'm
knowing
Phil.
So he was like, what do you do for work? And normally I'd just say, oh, I'm a video editor. But I
Try
was
to
like,
downplay it.
I was just feeling very honest. I was like, I'm a YouTuber. I've got a channel called Dan and Phil Games. And he was like, oh, what? Well, I'll load it up on my phone. And he said,
Oh my god.
I could be a YouTuber. I was like, yeah, and I could talk about this in a video. Maybe I'll
Inspiration.
mention you. I think I was being so annoying, and he was just like,
Wow.
Okay, mate.
Okay, you either impressed or really terrified that hot doctor.
Yeah, I don't know
they
which
said the
one.
surgery was a success.
Lovely work.
No longer bleed.
Hello, it's now about 30 minutes in the future from what you just saw. I just went and had dinner because my parents came back with the Chinese takeaway. but I'm back. I didn't want to cut the video short, but I'm back. I just had a nice chicken curry and rice and some chips. But anyway, let's carry on.
The surgery was a success.
Lovely work.
No longer bleeding. Everything is good with my butt.
Stitched up.
Yeah, will be sore for a few weeks.
Understandable.
Yeah, and sitting on a few cushions, I'll tell you that much. The bad news was I had to stay in hospital for a whole extra
We're
day.
going to need to monitor you.
Super boring.
Although I suppose you'd rather be monitored than not.
Yes.
Yeah,
That was
exactly.
annoying. I got taken into my room and someone was like, do you want some tea and biscuits? And I saw the sign that said nil by mouth. And I was like, now I'm more snack by mouth.
You did not
I
say
did.
Okay.
I had that was hilarious because I was on drugs.
Yeah, I just made an amazing
Wait, so hang on. I may have got that wrong. Does that mean it's like the first time he's able to eat after that was like 2 weeks later? Was he on like a drip or something before that?
Sign that said nil by mouth. And I was like, now I'm more snack by mouth.
You did not
I
say
did, but in my head that was hilarious because I was on drugs.
Yeah, I just made an amazing joke, and they're like, you just said a normal sentence
Yeah.
as if you said an amazing joke.
And then I was given the best breakfast of my life,
Oh,
which was
what?
some brown toast and butter. Yeah. Craving that
That real,
real
like Hovis.
slut toast.
Rodent toast.
Plainest, brownest piece of bread.
Chompiest.
And then just some butter.
Tell you what, I haven't had brown bread and butter, but to be fair, or brown toast, but I've had white bread toast with butter on, and it's surprisingly nice. It's so simple, but it just takes me back. It takes me back. Again, I'm like the Ratatouille meme where the guy's like, whoa, back as a kid again. It's so nice and wholesome.
Yeah. Then I texted Dan, said survived and everything had gone well.
Yeah.
This is when I was expecting a text back being like, oh my god, I'm so happy, you're
You're so
alive,
brave."
well done. Do you know what he said? Okay.
He did that on purpose.
Okay.
This was the first.
He should have done the dad thumbs up.
No, that was the text. Thanks, Dan. So to punish him, I sent you a big list of things to bring tonight.
Rider.
What,
Jesus
have you got
Christ.
it?
Wait, let's see if it's here. Plan, can you please come at 5 and bring a Wagamama's chicken
Wagamama
salad,
chicken
no chili,
salad.
and a Lucozade, and their healthy juice, and some cutlery. Remember to tick it on the app. Or bring some, also,
glittery bag
with
with
a vanilla protein shake, some toothbrush, toothpaste, mini...
This is genuinely like a kid's Christmas wish list. A glittery bag with a vanilla milkshake.
Charger and headphones, joggers, the Sophia Nygaard ones.
Yes.
Large boxes, maybe the black ones with a cat on, large seaming socks, maybe some white ones that are on the drying rack, a My Hero Academia hoodie, a white
So
t-shirt from the
specific.
utility specific, and the remaining Milky Bar buttons.
That was a list.
Okay.
I knew what I wanted.
So
I knew you
specific.
provided all of it.
Okay. That's what happens if I don't bring the white t-shirt from the utility room? Is Phil going to just lose his shit
I
on
will.
me? Jesus Christ.
Throw you out the window.
When Phil loses his shit. It's going to be a real mess.
It
like
will.
the floor.
Stop, we're not thinking about that anymore.
Okay.
So I didn't realise they were just about to give me painkillers again. So Dan arrived, walked in the door like,
What's up, buddy?
hey Phil, and I was just
Phil's
like,
okay.
so I wasn't very conversational, was I?
Oh, yeah, okay, he does not look very happy there.
Thank God.
We just
We
put
should do that
some
more often.
below deck on and watched that for a bit.
3 days later.
I was free to go after that.
Phil was just like, I'm coming home. It's
Yeah.
Like, what, by yourself?
And I was like, actually,
Yeah,
good
I'm in the
thing,
car.
because I
Oh,
was
3 days.
The Australians had just leaked the tour.
Yeah,
while I was sat in
Shout
hospital.
out to Ticketmaster Australia. Look, here's the thing with tours.
It leaks it.
We can
Someone's-
try as hard as possible
It's always going to get leaked.
to have a plan. Someone is going to f it up.
So that
Damn.
happened, we had to preemptively do all the announcements.
Just post a cheeky
while
poster
I was
a day
lying
early.
in bed with my ass in the air, just hoping I didn't move. Since then,
Oh, is it because the Australian time? So they just released it like the schedule was off, sort of thing.
I've been alright, actually. It's not been too
A
painful.
lot of lying down.
Lots of painkillers.
Well, this was like a couple of days before we were going to come here, and we were like, can we go on a holiday right now?
Yeah.
Or is this completely ruined that?
They just said don't jump in the sea at high velocity, and also don't go on a jet ski. So
Yeah, that makes sense.
That's all right.
I've just been taking it easy, and it's been nice.
You've basically just been sleeping
And reading.
for 24 hours a day.
But
What,
I'm going to be
holiday?
fine. I've decided not to take any personal trauma from this. No anxiety.
Yes.
It's fine.
You're just going to put it in a little box, say that it was fine, everything worked out.
Use humour
Scoot.
as a coping
Exactly.
mechanism.
Also,
Yeah.
Phil, we've got a tour to
We
do
do.
now, so you need to get
That's what they've
fit
done this whole video,
ready
basically.
Yeah.
for whatever kind of bullshit we're going to do on that stage.
I'm pumped full of Olympian blood.
Yeah.
I'm ready to go.
Oh yeah, true. You don't know what the blood's going to do.
Straight in him now, and he is ready to deliver a performance.
I am.
It was slightly traumatic in the moment, and it's one of these things where, look, if a thing happens and you kind of get through it, and then you're fine, and then your body heals because that's what people do,
Yeah.
then you can kind of get over it. So there's not much point dwelling.
I'm not going to dwell.
on
Yeah.
the flashback. If Phil didn't go to A&E,
We don't
we
do that.
don't talk
We
about
don't.
it because he did, and
Yeah.
it was fine.
And I've worked through my health
Yes.
anxiety.
You know what? Forget, no matter whether it's a positive or a negative, just try and keep the what ifs out of your mind. Just live in the moment. Now is now. Just do what you can with it right now.
Therapy, and I've got coping mechanisms to deal with. When I get those thoughts, I can be like, no. Anyway,
Hard.
that's what happened
Less
to
than
me.
3.
Yeah, no
Don't-
clickbait.
I don't want loads of sympathy in the comments. I'm
No,
fine.
no, he doesn't need it.
Feel free to laugh at me.
He had a hot doctor.
It's fine.
Yeah. Shout out to the NHS.
Yes.
Phil thought he was feeling bad, called a doctor. Phil just went to A&E, didn't get charged anything.
Yeah.
Bunch of people saved his life, got blood, got a CT scan, had an angiographic dye out of the whole wazoo.
Yeah.
2 days
The
in a
wazoo.
lovely hospital, got his slutty toast. Thanks.
All free.
Sorry, Joe.
Thank you, NHS.
And all
Love
of the
you.
amazing nurses and doctors, because I was there and they were all
They
super
were all so
chill.
Awesome.
kind, friendly, joking around. It was great. Except the one that called Dan my son. You are on my naughty list.
Actually
Trying to go
angry.
on a bloody tour.
When Phil said the other
Oh yeah,
day,
what was that? What was the tour like? Anyone went to it? I'm assuming some people watching would have gone to it. What was it like? I'd like to go to one of their tours sometime. It'd be quite fun if they came like close to me again, because one of those on the list is actually quite close to where I live. But if they did that again, maybe I'd go. Who knows?
we're not taking anything for granted and we're going to really enjoy this tour that we're going on. Phil really means
I
that
did.
in like a Jesus Christ
And
kind of
it's
way.
bloody happening soon. So please come. I really, really
Well,
want
this is a bit
to
outdated
go
now,
to
but, you know.
This
danvilletour.com.
might be it.
I don't have long, guys. Tickets are on sale right now.
We're going to be adding more shows in the UK and the USA because some of
Tell you what,
them
it's a good
started to
advert.
sell out, so if you don't
Yeah.
want
You
to
know,
miss
this
your
might be his
chance
last
to
tour,
get
so.
the full check now before
Yes.
we're gone forever.
Also, Australia is going very fast as well, so if you're a koala, you might want to check before some of them go.
Give us that chlamydia.
No chlamydia. Also, because I totally didn't forget, go to
NordVPN.
nordvpn.com/amazingphil for 4 months extra for free. Thanks for sponsoring the video and for giving
I
me
don't
those
have
free
NordVPN, but now you know. At least I know if I decide to, I've got a good link there.
things while I was in the hospital. Nord. Go watch our mukbang.
Yes, I edited that video with a pina colada, so if I left anything weird in there, sorry.
Interesting.
A bit tipsy.
Subscribe
It's
to
been
me.
A rough couple of weeks.
Subscribe to the gaming channel.
Lot of work.
Have a
Lot of sleep.
lovely day. Hopefully, our flight is not cancelled tomorrow.
Have this peach. Go lie down. See you next time.
Bye.
You know, I love Phil's stares into the camera. It's just a classic. It is a classic. It is a classic, like staring into the lens. That is a Phil classical. Well, I hope you enjoyed. That was a lot of fun. That was quite a long journey in the end. Ups and downs, emotional roller coaster, but here we are, and everything worked out fine in the end, as it often does. And pretty much always does. If you wait long enough, time heals. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed, genuinely. And if you're still watching, leave a comment saying hand, and I'll give you a heart in the comments. And yeah, I'm going to end this now because it's been a long video. But I did enjoy it. But obviously, it felt longer for me because I had like half an hour eating dinner downstairs as well. So it's a bit disjointed, and it's getting late, and I want to post this tonight. So I'm going to say bye now. I'm going to love you and leave you. Hopefully see you next time. Bye for now.